Good morning, guys. It is like 5:45 in the morning here, and I'm just getting ready to hit the road, Tennessee bound. They're calling for some pretty bad weather, some hurricane-like rain, but that's not gonna stop us. We got a really good group of guys heading out there, so I'm sure there'll be a lot of good times. If it's wet, likely a lot of wheel spin, maybe a little bit of carnage, but guaranteed good times, as always. I really don't know what to expect based on the weather forecast and all the people going. So hey, that's part of the adventure, right? Hope you enjoy the video. Well, it's about 11 hours since I left home. The weather has turned to crap. We're just about to turn right on Stinking Creek Road here. Coming out of Kentucky into Tennessee, the rain started and it's been pretty hard. We'll see what the weekend turns into. We've been planning this, rain or shine, we're gonna make the best of it, so here we are. I'm guessing a few of the guys should already be there, and then the rest of them will be trickling in over the next couple hours. Same place we stayed last time. Awesome place to stay, guys. Oh, it looks like Justin's here already. He's the first one. In typical GoPro fashion, the camera decided to glitch and not record any audio for this clip here. But the rest of the guys are just getting here. We're getting settled, and then we're just gonna hang out, take it easy tonight, and then hit the trails tomorrow. Oh, Mr. Blake's here. We're starting to flow in. Rhino Offroad's here. In the Killa Sexy. Team MSC.
What's up, dude? Hey, dude. What's up, man?
How are you?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Getting
Weather's
wet?
great, right?
Yeah. How was your drive?
Oh my goodness. I somehow managed to turn a 5.5 hour drive into, I don't know what, 7 or 8.
It happens.
Yeah. I've been in traffic, standstill traffic.
It's all good. You're here now.
What's up, buddy?
Man, how you doing?
You doing all right?
Yes.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Looks like nothing ever
I
happened.
know. It looks fantastic.
We told you not to test the cage, dude. Hey guys, we're here in Tennessee, and I think you can hear that. That's the weather out there. Look out there. It's coming down. We knew it was gonna rain, but it's really raining. I guess this is what we get for coming out on a ride in the middle of a hurricane. So it's about like 9-ish right now. Usually we'd be like loaded up and ready to hit the trail. All the guys are kind of getting here now, but it's brutal. I got all my fin trail, tons of it. I knew I'd need rain gear, so I got enough for like every day. But I'm just about to get geared up here. We never even unloaded yesterday because the rain's been like this non-stop. I'm gonna try my best to get you guys some content. We might actually get some really fun, crazy weather content like we got in a previous video, and it's still gonna be good. It's just really going to affect the trails we can hit and how we can hit them, because there'll be just no grip, it'll be mud, there'll be no visibility, it's gonna be like this all day. We're still gonna have a ton of fun. I mean, I've said it before, I love riding in inclement weather. It makes a completely different type of adventure. So yeah, I'm gonna get geared up. I was gonna put on some new tires, and because Zach brought me some new tires, some MRT Rocky RXs, Rock Docs. So I was really pumped for those, but in this weather, I might just go with what I got for today. For now, I'm gonna get geared up. I'm gonna wear my Fin Trail waders, the full setup. I actually got a new pair of boots here. I got some older ones, like they're still good, but I just got a new set too. And I've only worn my red waders once on our most recent ride, so they're still pretty much new. So I'm sure I'm gonna stay dry. I'm sure I'm gonna stay warm. And I'm sure it's gonna be an adventure. So anyways, let's see what happens. Join us for the ride. I don't know what to expect, but it'll be a good time. Okay, I'm just putting this one on so I can run inside and get some long pants on, because wearing the waders is a lot more comfortable with long pants underneath. Oh, shake, man. You ready to get wet? Okay. Let's go outside. I'm geared up to the Fin Trail. We're all pretty much unloaded at this point. We got Justin's X3, we got the Killa Sexy from Rhino Offroad, we got a Maverick, the Expedition, the Battle Wagon, and Lake Seaforce. You got a name for this thing yet?
I think we're gonna go with the Black Widow. That's what everybody wanted to call it. Black Widow.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
What exhaust is that?
GGB exhaust, man.
Yeah, baby. Is that the Trail series?
This is the Trail.
Nice. Let's hear it. It sounds so good. Yeah. Oh, look at this thing. Oh man, look at all those ORB components. That's wild. This thing is built up tough now. This is Lee's 4-seater, 37-inch Roxillas, ORB cage, tree kickers, rear radius rods, trailing arms. He's not messing around. And the front end as well. Look at those arms. Oh boy. Those are wild. ORB makes some nice stuff. Off-road beast fabrication. Oh, a Talon. I didn't see that thing. Jason's machine's up there. It's all fixed up from the last time we were here. New ORB cage on there. New lights on there. Some pod lights. 35-inch Zillas. What's going on, Dirt Dude?
Not much.
Say hi.
CF Motos, dude.
Zach's into the CF Motos now.
West Virginia changed my way. Thank you, the West Virginia Way LLC. Hit them up if you need a rental and you're in the West Virginia area, because they gave me my first
CF Moto experience?
Yeah, basically.
Better than you expected, wasn't it?
Way better, actually. Yeah. It changed my whole attitude of it. If you're looking to get into the side-by-sides and you can't afford a Pro R, Turbo R, whatever it may be, go get a CF Moto. Riding's riding, dude.
Yeah, the most important part is being out there, and the best machine is the machine you get to ride a lot.
Yeah, and they're not bad.
They're not.
I thought it would be like Tractor Supply.
With the clutch kit and the ECU tune, those ones there,
Yep.
they're real snappy.
Yeah, I had tune. I had tune clutching and 32s on that one. They let me drive. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was one of the torquiest side-by-sides I've ever drove.
Yeah, they are
which
peppy.
Is saying a lot. It blew my mind.
Yeah, they're fun to drive. They really are. I think a lot of people just haven't given them a chance. And I'm not out here saying they're
dude,
the best
I'm one of
thing
those
ever.
guys.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna give them a chance either. Like if I had an option to rent one, I might not do it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I would.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. Yeah.
Cool. Well, are you driving Murica?
No, I'm probably gonna take this song gun. It depends on the ride we're doing today.
I'm leaving mine here and coming with you. Shotgun.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or I'll sit in the back. I don't care. Justin, man.
Yeah.
You ready for this wet ride?
He's got the frog top, dog.
I've got.
Hey, man, I got something that matches your rain suit there for you, buddy. Banana.
Georgie?
Give me back my breakfast. We're just standing around here talking, getting some sort of a game plan in mind. I found some more Fin Trail guys here. You were just saying you like that gear.
Love this gear.
Would you get it again?
I would definitely get it again.
Yeah.
And it was based on your recommendation.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we got some non-Fin Trail users here. That'll be converts by the end of the weekend. We got to get you geared up, too.
This is a garage sale, so that's got to go.
Yeah, well, it's doing something.
I need some Fin Trail.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the weather you want it in. Sweet looking Honda Talon here. Nice beefy cage. Nice bumpers. Zillas. Tablet. And, oh, it's super nice in there. Windshield. That must be nice today. Oh, sweet. That's cool.
Forehead.
Oh, damn.
Custom back glass too.
That's sweet. Oh, cool. Cool. No front windshield though.
Huh?
No windshield wiper?
No wiper. No, that's my mistake. That's going to be the worst part of the trip today, is just trying to see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that'll help. That'll help.
There's mud. The mud will
Okay,
be
that
gone.
works. Okay, you gotta do it again. You might as well set someone out here with a...
Set somebody on the hood. That'll be for mud.
When you hang out with a bunch of people making YouTube videos, you get all these
Yeah, so we
weirdos
have,
standing around with cameras.
BaseRecycle.com. That is
The machines look good in the rain. Rhino Off-Road here.
What's going on, boys?
You ready to take Killisexy out?
Yeah.
We've been slacking today. I know you're like itching to go. I'm itching to go too.
I'm keen, man. I'm keen.
Yeah, I'm itching to go too, but it's turning into a lazy day. It's gonna be scenic though.
I'll bet.
You know what? I was saying in my last video, it was similar kind of rain conditions when we were out back at home.
Oh,
We went Minden Way.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is, you know, a lot of people will go out and explore the bush on a nice sunny day.
That's
Not
all I
many
do.
people spend much time out there in this kind of weather, and it's a whole different world out there when it's raining and
You
it's,
gotta-
you know, it's
You gotta be a special breed.
yeah, but it's interesting, you know, you see all the water flowing everywhere and the trees and everything looks so like lush because it's
It
wet.
changes everything.
It's like when you
It's
ride
like
in the
night-
snow
Yeah,
or night
snow,
riding.
Night
Yeah.
riding. It changes.
Same trail, completely different world. Keeping the lenses clean in weather like this, it's like you get like 10 seconds and it's covered in rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, the struggle is real.
I just let them rip.
Yeah. I hear licking the lens helps. Well, let me know if you can see better with my spit on there. This thing's cool as hell. I'm jealous.
So that'll be, for this video,
I'm ready.
Yes.
Can I be in your video?
Julian, please be in my video, sir.
Can I keep my clothes on this time?
Yeah, please. Yeah. I won't catch you this time on camera. Are you excited, bud? It's going to be a little different today, but I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to a long haul.
You ready, Zach?
Ready as
to
I
ride
can
your
be.
limo?
Huh?
Ready to ride the trail limo?
Oh,
Do you guys
yeah.
have a name for this thing?
Not really, man. It's kind of jumped around.
I'm gonna call you Soccer Mom from now on.
Yeah, all right. I like that.
SM, Soccer Mom?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Cool.
It needs the wrap, and then it can fully get its name.
We should wrap it, the minivan wrap or something.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
All I need to do is put a Ron John sticker in the family stuff in the very
you need
back
one of those
window.
stick figure families.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mine
man.
would just be me and then like machines.
Every guy you drive by would be jealous. Yeah. You know, we're busting his chops about this thing, but legit, looking at the weather and where we are right now,
Oh,
this
yeah, I wish
machine
you were in
is
it.
set up for today.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's perfect, yeah.
Except that my middle piece of my roof apparently is coming apart.
Oh, is it leaking?
Yeah, it's leaking in here. She's a little
drippy.
But I mean, realistically, it's just plastic and then this.
Yeah, but how did it come? Did you snap something?
Because I took it apart and apparently I didn't put it back together very good.
You dumbass. We know you're not the brightest. We hang out for you because of your looks.
Yeah, appreciate it. It's the hair.
Yeah, bud. All your lights are pointing different directions.
That's because I've been hitting a lot of lately.
Oh, this one's like,
Wires are ripped out of that.
oh yeah, like straight ripped out. We are finally heading out to hit the trails. It's wet, but it is what it is. Just getting my cuffs done up on my fin trail jacket so it doesn't leak down my sleeves. Zach in the Expedition there. What a show off. Don't get wet! Don't think he has to worry about being wet. But I'm not scared of a little bit of rain. We got a really good mix of machines out actually. I'm surprised with the turnout. Got that Talon there. Got the X3. Got the Z-Force. Got the KRX. Turbo R. Another few racers behind us. Good times. Let's see what we can do with this video, guys. You're really gonna test me here. This is gonna be a challenge to pull this off, that's for sure. Time to find out what today's got in store for us. We know what Mother Nature's got in store. Hey, we got the lineup, guys. We got the 4-seater Turbo R on 37-inch Roxillas. We got the Pro XP on 30, what are those? 32s, I think, Roxillas. We got another Pro XP on 35-inch Roxillas, all built up with the ORB. This is Jason's machine, Lane over there. We got Lee, Lane's dad, over there in the 4-seater. We've got the Expedition from Dirt Dudes. Zach's rolling that thing, fully enclosed. We got the Turbo R with Shane from Canada with me. He's on 37-inch Roxillas. We got my Battle Wagon on 32-inch Pro Armor Crawler XGs in the MRT race spec. We got the KRX, the Kawasaki Rhino Off-Road on the, what are these, 34s?
34 megabytes.
34 megabytes, so more like a 33 custom megabyte, good all-around tire. We got the X3 Justin Drake Justin the Creator on some M1 Evils, look like 32s. We got 35-inch Roxillas on Blake's 950 HOEX Z-Force. We got another X3 on M1 Evils, and then we got a sweet Honda Talon on 32-inch Roxillas, it looks like. And yeah, this thing's sweet looking, full custom cage from Moorhead Designs, custom windshield, the storage in the back. Yeah, this thing is awesome. Opens up. Yeah, this thing's sweet. I really like this machine. You got all locks in there. Really nice unit. I'm gonna be doing this a lot today. It's got the GGB exhaust on there. It's got an RPM. GGB exhaust on here. GGB exhaust on there. Stock exhaust. Aftermarket Saxons exhaust. Stock exhaust. Stock exhaust. Stock exhaust. Yeah. Wicked. Jason, brother.
Oh, I changed my oil. I put a little bit of burn on.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
We you're thinking, since we got some crappy weather, originally the plan was hit pea gravel, Widowmaker, Dragon's Back,
Yeah.
but in this terrain, that's asking for trouble on day
Definitely
one.
asking for trouble.
So we're gonna ride all the way to the
Brushy Mountain Prison.
Yeah, Brushy Mountain. So we're gonna go all the way to Brushy Mountain Prison, taking the trail slope.
Mostly trail.
Mostly trail, so about 3-4 hours to get there probably with stops. We're gonna have some kick-ass lunch.
Definitely.
And then we're gonna cruise back. I know we've been there, but we haven't taken the trails there, so it'll be a good kind of moderate scenic ride today.
It'll be fun. It'll be
Yeah.
a mix. Some trail,
Yeah.
a little pavement, a little gravel.
I'm sure it's gonna be sloppy.
It'll be sloppy.
Yeah, that's okay. And then maybe tomorrow, if the weather clears up,
We'll try to hit
we'll
pea
see.
gravel
It's still gonna be brutal though after all this.
It will.
We're gonna be pulling cable.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's what we got them for.
Yep. Okay. Well, should we hit the road?
Let's do it.
Okay. Cool. So it's about noon right now. And yeah, we're gonna head over there and hopefully we can get to Brushy Mountain for dinner time. All right, let the fun begin. We are gonna hit the road and head for the trails. We are staying at the Ride Royal Blue Ridge Cabins again. This is a great place to stay, especially if you've got a larger group of people. Tons of room for parking, beautiful new cabins, really close to the trails. Definitely check it out at the Ride Royal Blue website. They've treated us really well over the years, and I highly recommend staying here. As you can see, it is still raining and there is a lot of water on the trails, so pay attention off to the sides. There's gonna be a lot of places where you see little waterfalls just because of the water flowing down the mountain. It's very scenic riding on these trails, especially in this rainy weather. Freeze now. We got Blake and Justin in front of me now. I just let them pass. We're waiting on some of the rest of the group to show up. They're still back there. Pretty nice out. It's mild out. It's warm. It's rainy. The rain's going off and on right now, which is pretty cool. Hopefully it stays like this. It'd be nice if it could blow over a little bit, at least for a few hours. Hey, hey!
What's up, dude? What'd you think?
I think it's pretty fun in this weather.
Yeah.
I've got Blake in front of me now in the Z-Force 950 HOEX. We've got Shane behind us in the RZR Turbo R, and we are hitting the trail here. There's a good section coming up of some mid to high speed, and it's really fun splashing through these puddles, get some cool shots of the machines. It's really fun to watch the suspension work on this stuff. I mean, you can't really get out of vehicle shots on trail like this, so there's going to be a bunch of in-car here, and we've got cameras set up on a variety of machines, and they'll be swapping as the video goes on, so you'll get to ride along with a bunch of different people and see the machines perform. As I mentioned before, try to look around and pay attention to the sides of the trails. You see the water rushing down the hills everywhere there. They're all little waterfalls, and the scenery is just stunning. I know I've said it a million times, but you just can't get sick of this, and that's what makes riding out here so much fun. Look at that waterfall. So, I mean, these aren't waterfalls that you'd see here every day. The only reason a lot of these are here is because of all the rain we're having right now. Everyone's slowing down to take a look or get a quick picture there. It's just the sound and the feeling of being out here in this weather is just, it's surreal. And I mean, that's why I always mention, you know, it's good to have different riding gear that can equip you to enjoy all the different conditions you're riding in, because your riding gear is like part of your machine. It's like wearing a seatbelt or a helmet. You know, when you're out in bad weather, you can have this machine that can handle it all, but if you're not equipped and if you're not prepared and you're not comfortable, then you're just not having fun. But if you're dry and you're warm, this is a blast. Ripping through these puddles is hilarious. You're just wiping your goggles all the time. You don't care if the water's in your face because it's actually pretty warm out. It is mild, and it's just an overall good time. So I just passed Blake here. Now we've got Justin in front of us in the X3. It's got an RPM exhaust on it. It's very loud, but it sounds really cool. Blake's running the GGB Trail Series. I'm running a GGB Trail Series on my RZR. And yeah, just keep looking at those views. We're all having a blast here. You'll notice a fair share of the machines do not have windshields even though it's raining, and I fall under that category. You see the CF Moto and the Turbo R also don't have a windshield, and like I mentioned before, it is mild. It is easier to keep your goggles clean with a microfiber than to constantly try and keep your windshield clean on these machines, because most of these machines don't have power wipers, so it makes conditions like this really annoying. And especially with no defrost, sometimes with the temperature swings or the water, the windshields will fog up from the inside and the outside, and it just reduces overall visibility, and it's just, I feel it's more of a pain in the ass than it's worth. As you can see, the rain was coming down pretty hard at times. And earlier we had mentioned hurricanes, and we were here between the dates of September 26th and 30th, 2024. That's when this video was shot. And during that time, some severe hurricanes did hit many southern areas, as well as areas of Tennessee that weren't too far from where we are here. And you know, there's a lot of property damage, injuries, and just all sorts of headaches related to that. So that really does suck. I mean, you know, when you plan a trip this far ahead, you kind of are just at the mercy of the weather, and you can't really predict what's going to happen. So, I mean, that's the reason we are riding out in these conditions. Wait for it. Got him. I got Zach good there. I didn't realize his window was open, and when I ripped by him, I sent a tidal wave right into his window. So hopefully he got that on video. There was trees down everywhere throughout the day here. A ton of trail debris, just because of the weather, obviously. And you can see we're having a ton of fun here, just passing each other, taking turns, splashing through the puddles. It's not an extreme ride by any means, but it is a lot of fun. Zach's gonna pull up and give me an earful here in a second.
I just wanted to film you. I got a camera behind me. Then I go and I'm like, oh no! I better went right in his window.
Oh yeah, it was perfect.
Did you get a good video?
No, I just turned it on.
What the? I can do it again.
No, I'm good.
So yeah, I guess I got Zach pretty good with that tidal wave. It went right through the window, all over the dash, and all over him. But I mean, he's driving in an SUV after all. What's he complaining about? Just turn up that heat and you'll be dry in no time. As we mentioned earlier, the Expedition really is the perfect machine for these types of trails and these types of conditions. They're having a ton of fun, they're warm, they're dry, everything's contained in there, and I mean, it's a sweet looking machine that really performs a lot better than you think it would. I think the Expeditions are awesome. you can see here that the camera is starting to slowly shift down. Filming in these conditions is just a nightmare sometimes. It really is a challenge getting usable content on a day like today. Had a pretty good rip there. It took us just over 30 minutes or so to get to this point, and now we're just going to stop and regroup quickly for a second. Everyone's going to kind of dry off, have a snack, have a drink, and figure out where we're going next. This also gives me a much needed chance to check out all the camera gear, adjust the cameras, change some batteries, make sure everything's recording okay before we get back on the trails. Got a lot of ground to cover before we make it to the prison, but we're going to take one more quick pit stop here on this road section. There's a little snack shack here, so some of the guys wanted to stop and get a quick bite to eat. I never in my life would have known this place was here. It was actually pretty cool. According to some of the guys, these guys have good bologna sandwiches. They've got sandwiches, drinks, other types of snacks. I didn't have anything here because I was saving my appetite for the prison.
That's wild.
You're wild.
I am wild. I look
Did I
ridiculous.
splash you?
Yeah, you
When I
splashed
passed
me.
you there, I thought I hit that puddle. I'm like, oh, I'm that guy.
You know what was
I was
hilarious?
wondering if your window was open.
It was. You could see how much SC1 was inside the car because all of it just beat it up. I'm like, thank you for the microfiber. So you kind of saved my butt.
Okay.
So we're even now.
So your dash is cleaner than it was.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's fun on those trails. It's good to rip that.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's perfect for the expedition. Like,
Oh, it's perfect for that.
yeah, like if I would have been in my Pro R, I'm not saying I wouldn't have fun. I would just be wishing I was in the expedition.
Yeah, because you'd be wet.
Yeah,
I'm having fun.
Because in the expedition, like that wasn't gnarly. That was just cruising.
The man, my shocks feel so good right now. It's like riding on a freaking cloud.
That's awesome.
Oh man, the springs dialed it in.
So suspension is like one of the biggest underrated things I think ever in the side-by-side industry because they come stock so good.
Yeah, and people don't maintain and service them, and then people assume they're so good, but you can dial them in so much better. Like yours is too now. Isn't
Yeah, the Pro R is super
Game
duper
changer.
dialed.
Because you got the MTS set up on there.
Yeah, MTS full setup, valving,
Big
springs.
difference. Yeah,
Leaps
same here.
and bounds.
Yeah, Steve from D3 did the valving, the springs, everything, and he set it up. He set the crossovers, and it's just wicked.
Like anybody that has a Pro R, it's already stock is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, but it can get more
double,
ridiculous.
triple the times better, and also
More ridiculousness.
And I have like the bigger shafts on there, the bigger fork and everything.
Nice.
So it's tougher because I was one of the first people ever to rip the whole shock right off the damn Pro R. So
Oh, you should be proud of that.
yeah, super proud. 100 miles in.
Efficient.
About the next gen side by side.
And you broke the next gen parts, yeah. Stress testing. So there's some people getting some bologna sandwiches here at
Is that
Hembreeze.
really what they're doing?
Yeah.
They're getting bologna sandwiches?
You ain't have one, you gotta get one, man. They're good.
Oh.
Look at this guy. He's I'm not the only one color coordinating to my machine. He went in and bought purple Powerade because his machine's purple and black.
Yes, sir.
So now what if I gave you an orange Powerade? Would you be allowed to put it in that cooler or not?
No.
Really? No.
No.
You'd have to give it to him, right?
Yeah, I would have to give it to him. Yeah. Can't be looking silly.
No.
I even went out of my way and matched off in case I ever lose my lanyard.
Oh, look at this guy. Wow. Purple belts, purple lights. Color
Next to the
royalty,
page.
my friend.
Yes, sir. Purple everything.
We are ready to hit the trails again and continue heading towards the prison. Take a look at that Turbo R 4-seater in comparison to the 2-seater. Both those machines have the same wheels and the same 37-inch tires, but that 4-seater looks so much bigger. We've got a pretty good mix of machines out on the trails today, which makes for a lot more fun. If you'd like more info on Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, where we're heading, then you can check out the YouTube channel. I've posted a video there that takes you on a tour of the facility. It's super cool. As I've mentioned in previous videos, eating at Brushy Mountain is a great idea. The Warden's Table Barbecue serves some top-notch food. Everything on the menu is excellent, and it's worth going out there for the ride and for the meal itself. So if you're planning a ride out to the prison, make sure that you leave yourself some time to stop at the restaurant and get some lunch or some dinner. And you can also swing by the distillery. They sell drinks there and swag. And on top of that, if you'd like to, you know, visit the prison and explore it, then there's a lot of options for that. It's definitely worth planning a ride out here if you're going to be in there, around this area. These hard pack, higher speed trails is a lot of fun, and even with a larger group you can cover some good ground in a short amount of time. And we've got quite the distance to go, so some of it will be this open kind of gravel, some of it will be asphalt like we mentioned earlier, and then later on we will get into a bit more of the trail, but we've kind of got to budget our time. So the goal is to get there as quick as we can, and then on our way back we're not really in a rush. And the rain were pretty wild when we hit these sections of road here, and you can see the wind blowing across the road, the leaves, and you can see all the trees and branches down, the water off to the sides of the trail and the flooding everywhere. It's pretty wild weather to be out in. Weather being what it was, there was hardly anyone else out on the roads or on the trails that entire day. And going up these climbs here, I just couldn't help but lay into it and kick it out a little bit on some of these turns. It's so much fun with the wet asphalt and all the leaves down on the ground. I mean, even though I was running new sticky tires on here, I couldn't resist. I had to slide it out a few times. With that being said, I've only got about 6 or 8 PSI in the tires here, so it is not optimal for sliding around like this. I don't have a front sway bar, and my machine is set up quite loose. Fog, all the rain and leaves really make this place look super cool. This road section actually ended up being a fun and memorable part of the day, and it looks like I wasn't the only one having fun kicking it out on the corners. I recently had a bunch of shock work done. My friend Steve at D3 Offroad revalved, rebuilt, and just fully serviced the shocks on my RZR. The machine feels way better now. Rides a lot more comfortable on the trail as well, so that's great. If you're on the fence about getting some shock work done, then I highly recommend finding a reputable shock shop near you that can give you that customer service that you need to get your suspension dialed in the way you like it. Here we are at our destination, pulling into the driveway of Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. As I mentioned before, before, Brushy Mountain is definitely a place worth visiting. There's quite a few things to do here. So if you're contemplating coming out here, if you've heard of people recommending it, then definitely is worth your while. This place just looks gloomy. I mean, with this weather, it's almost perfect. You know, you're in such a beautiful place, but it's a prison. So you're surrounded by these beautiful mountains, but they're there so you can't get away. And it's definitely worth checking out the prison if you're into that sort of stuff. The tours you can do and the exploring you can do within the prison is really eerie and creepy, and it's definitely a unique experience if you haven't seen something like that before. Or even if you have, you'll probably enjoy it.
That was fun. Man, it's bad out. This is awesome.
Guys, we made it back to Brushy Mountain. Look behind me. I don't know if you can hear me very well. If you can't, then I'll voice over. But it's windy, it's wet. What a wicked ride. That gravel road, the paved road, the trails, it's been a blast. We're doing the mid to high speed. The RZR feels wicked. The shocks feel amazing right now. It's riding like on a cloud. And yeah, the weather is wild. You can probably see based on my hair how freaking windy it is. Want to know more about Brushy Mountain, check out my video when we were here last time. We did a historic tour and we talk about the history of this place and a lot of other cool facts. Now we're just gonna line up, we're gonna get a photo, and then we're gonna go have some of the best barbecue around. I am so excited. Ksenia, I'm sorry you're at home. I know you're gonna be pissed when you see this because I'm gonna eat Brushy Mountain barbecue without you. Nice lineup. Looking sharp. That road, don't you wish you were in your turbo?
I literally was saying
I was
that.
just power sliding all those corners. Well, not all of them. I cooked my, like, so hard on the tires. These were brand new.
Just now?
That's pretty much all now.
Oh, wow.
Today.
It was too good not to do that.
It was worth it.
Oh,
it was worth it.
100%.
You know, look at the clouds and stuff though, man. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, it's beautiful, dude. This is like...
What a day it's turned into.
Yeah.
This is really fun.
Every time I come to Tennessee, West Virginia, it's like, it never gets old.
No.
The views are just worth it every time.
You can't get enough.
Uh-uh.
It's different every time too.
Yeah.
Because the weather changes it up.
Yeah, or the group, doesn't matter. Like right now, like I've never been with this many machines out here.
No.
This is awesome.
Have you seen Brushy? Been here before?
No.
Our tour guide brought us here.
We made it. Never mind the hurricane.
We always make it, just not always on time. We are just heading over to the Warden's Table, the restaurant here, to get some wicked food. It does? Oh. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Brisket, so good. That hits the spot. I know a camera girl, Ksenia, wishes she was here, but I'll get an order for you too.
Hey, it's still got to get outside.
Zach's got fans.
Yes, you guys, I love it.
That's awesome.
My name is Lacey. Who's the Canadian guy? You are a badass.
Thanks.
You do some wild stuff.
The guy from Mississippi's all right too. Right, we are leaving Brushy Mountain here with our tummies full. We're gonna head back on the trails. We got about a 4 to 5 hour ride back. Probably more like 4 hours on the trail. But we're all full, so it should be a good time. My front camera stopped working. It got water in it. So I'm hoping if I leave it open right now, it'll dry out. You might hear me complain about the GoPro cameras from time to time. I've been using them so much for so many years that, you know, you find the weaknesses and they are glitchy from time to time. Every piece of technology can have issues, nothing's perfect. But overall, they really are tough cameras. They hold up to the abuse we throw at them. I mean, I soaked that camera, I dried it out, and an hour later, you're looking at it record again. We are in the creek. Wait, oh, the soccer mom's here. You're a pretty ugly soccer mom.
I know, dude.
let up, but splashing through these puddles is a lot of fun. Full of good food from that barbecue. We have no rush to get anywhere. We're just taking our time and making our way back to camp down the trails. As it gets darker, you do start to see the GoPro cameras struggle a little bit in the lower light situations here. This is definitely one of the weaknesses. That's why you see a bit more of this like blurry, jittery image. The stabilization on the cameras and the low light is just, it struggles to keep up. These things are bouncing around everywhere. It's actually unbelievable to see how well they do work. I'm hoping that into the future I'll be able to experiment with a few different types of cameras to see if we can improve these low light filming conditions, especially when you get into the fall and the winter months. It gets dark so early and it really limits the ability to capture the footage that we want later on in our rides. Like with anything, the filming and editing game is just a constant evolution. You're always learning new things and trying new gear or tools. On the way back, we decided to hit a few more technical, slower type trails to crawl around a little bit on the wet rock here. Obviously, we're not going to hit anything too crazy in these conditions today, but even this wet climb that's kind of like a little bit of a waterfall right now is a ton of fun and really cool. There's a lot of great trail in these areas. As you can see, the trails are marked on the trees. This is trail 26. You've probably seen other trail markers throughout the video as well. It's too hard for me to keep track of all the trails we're on a ride like this. I don't know the area well enough, but as you guys know in past videos, whether in West Virginia or Tennessee, when I can, I do try and let you guys know where we are, or I do try and leave at least some of the trail markers in the video clips so that if you want to hit some of these trails, you can find them on your maps. These long climbs are a ton of fun, and this is one of the characteristic features of riding in an area like Tennessee or West Virginia or any other mountainous terrain, because you can be going up these vertical hills for 10-15 minutes at a time, and then you go down them and up them, and it's just so much fun. And you don't get to experience this in flatter areas like where we ride at home. There's a lot of good rock crawling, but you do not get these elevation changes, and I think that's something that's really exciting for a lot of people, especially on your first few trips up here. Trail therapy. He made it. The expedition is killing it. Oh, you found some trail tushy, did you? I thought I heard some smacking back there. You shouldn't go for rides with weirdos like that, man.
He's got the horns on his helmet. He'd think he'd be all right.
Oh, whoa, this tire's flat, looks like. Or is it just flexing?
It's flexing.
All right.
If it gets flatter, then it's flat.
Yeah.
What, how, did you struggle up that, or?
I wouldn't say I struggled. It was just like...
Was that like its comfortable limit?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's like anything after that gets kind of dicey?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
like
so
that
that's
was,
like
that was
out.
the limit. I wouldn't want to... I've done worse, but I wish I didn't, if that makes sense.
Most people wouldn't want to do that in that machine?
No, I didn't really want to. Like, to be honest, but once we started going, I'm like, oh, I'm committed, so.
And that is how we judge a good trail.
Yeah. Honestly.
2 thumbs up, Blake?
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Good trail. I've been up that trail a bunch of times. Last time I was here, I had the expedition. I avoided this trail. I would go all the way down and back up because I didn't want to go through that. I didn't think it would really be able to do it.
It did really well.
It did do really well.
This thing is like one of those machines that like you keep throwing stuff at it and it does better than you think.
There was 2 spots where I was like, oh, I don't know.
That was a really fun, nice climb. I think we got some wicked video there.
Yeah, that's honestly, expedition blows me away, dude. That thing is so capable.
But you know what? That trail in your Pro R
would be nothing.
Is like, we just idle up it.
Yeah.
You hit it in this thing, it's a completely different thrill, isn't it? Because I was talking about that in my last video, how sometimes there is such thing as too much machine for a trail that you're on. Because at the end of the day, we want to get that. We want that little fix. We want that little rush. And when you're hitting, like, think of the stuff you hit on 37s. And like, you drive over stuff that like 5 years ago on 30s, you'd be like winching it.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, in a way, it's kind of like a medium trail turns into a hard trail for this machine.
Exactly.
So it's almost like you are kind of having more fun sometimes.
It is. It's like you ever take like a crappy car and you go and like try doing something it shouldn't do.
Yeah, and you don't care.
You make the dumbest little small hill. Everybody's like, whoa. It's the same thing with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this what Jeep owners feel like?
They wish.
Dude, why don't you just get a Jeep?
Because I'm not gay.
Where do I have to beep that out with? Is that word allowed? Because he's not happy, right? Gay? That means happy?
Have a yabba dabba do time, a dabba do time, we'll have a gay old time.
now that that pit stop's done, we're gonna get back on the trails. Did a little bit of ball busting. As you can hear, we've been giving Zach a hard time with the Expedition, joking about him being a Jeep owner. But I mean, in all honesty, you guys have seen how it's been performing. It's going everywhere we are. The Expedition is a very capable machine that's very versatile and very cool. I would love to have one, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna keep busting his chops for being a soccer mom. When we were coming up the mountain, but now that we're near the top, the wind definitely is picking up. You can really start to feel a difference up here. We've got a little bit of a weather window here. The rain has toned it down for just a bit, but you can feel in the air that it is working its way back and it won't be gone for long. That didn't sound good. Lee's machine in front of me there made some sort of a nasty grinding and clunking noise out of the back of the machine around the transmission.
What's wrong? Did you hear that? Yeah, what was it? It sounded like a belt almost. Yeah, but it's making a funky ass We should put a sail on her machine.
Only in Tennessee, right?
I don't know if you can hear this wind. Oh, it's starting to rain again.
Lee says his machine's making all sorts of mechanical racket. They're not sure what it is. We tried to look at it. It doesn't seem to be the belt. It might be something to do with the clutches or the transmission, so he's gonna keep riding and keep an eye on it and see if it holds together or whether or not it breaks.
Doesn't have a wiper and his windshield keeps getting dirty and he just keeps squeegeeing it as he rides. the off-camber sections in the Expedition. It's a little top heavy and tippy probably. Jason tipped over again, but we missed it. Don't think it was serious. Oh man,
It's a magnet.
Oh, okay.
Magnet?
We told you not to test the cage, dude. Okay, who's next?
Right, E team from that side. That's
You're fine, yeah. It's not difficult at all.
Just control your descent. You're good.
That don't sound like a punch to me.
Yeah. You hear that, guys? That's the noise. Sweet, man. What year is your Jeep?
2016.
Sweet, man. Yeah, this Jeep is sick. This thing feels so sketchy, doesn't it? Yeah. Like out from the outside, it doesn't look so bad.
No jerky movements, if anything, follow it through.
Yeah, that's
There
right,
you
man. You gotta
go.
use the momentum. Show those Polaris boys how it's done, man. This section's not very hard. It just feels a little weird when it's wet and slick out like this because of how off camber it is, and if you were to slip a wheel into that washout on the right there, then that'd be bad, but there's quite a bit of room here to get around it, especially with a good tire on. The atmosphere in the forest right now is really getting cool with the mist and the fog and the low light conditions. It really looks neat out here. Sketched out in the Expedition because it's really like, it feels really tippy. Like I'm watching it right now and I know what he's feeling. He's feeling like it's gonna roll over, but from out here it doesn't look so bad. Like he's light on the left side there. I don't know how you can see it, but it's not gonna tip. But when you're in it, As you can see, we're working our way out of that trail section and onto some pavement here. So we're gonna cruise on the road for a bit, but as I mentioned earlier, even the road riding around here is a ton of fun. Just looking at all the debris on the road, you can tell the weather has been harsh, and we're gonna work our way down the road. And actually just ahead of us here, we weren't aware, but there was a tree down blocking the entire road, and there was a crew of workers there trying to clear it out of the way. So we had to hang out here for a few minutes, and once they cleared the tree, they let us get by. The guys have radios in their machine, so they've been communicating back and forth, and Lee's got one as well. I guess the 4-seater RZR is still struggling and making all sorts of weird noises. So a few of the guys near the back of the pack with Lee decide to stop and try and figure out what's going on and what the best plan is.
Well, we just turned around because I guess that sound out of Lee's machine was bad. He's just broke down. So we're gonna go see if we can help him. What's going on?
Yeah, you got a flashlight? All right.
Is it the trans?
It's either the trans, the belt, or the clutch. One of the three.
More Polaris things. Stuff your CFO guys don't have to worry about, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Is it your belt?
It sounded like metal clanking. When you let off of it, it was cluck, 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 like a broken gear.
Did it smell like a belt though?
But when it quit pulling, it smelled like a belt.
Put some tension on it. Okay.
So as you can see, the machine needed to be towed the rest of the way. What ended up happening is the primary clutch grenaded. The bearing and everything fell apart, and it just fell right off, so it was dead in the water. Lee ended up taking the machine to Travis at Royal Blue Rescuers, or Royal Blue Power Sports, just down the street from where we're staying, and he ended up putting a new clutch on it, doing a clutch kit from Crash City side-by-side, and also doing a gear reduction in the transmission. And since doing that, Lee says the machine functions absolutely awesome on the 37s, and everything feels great. We all ended up making it back to camp. We went inside, changed, warmed up a bit, got dry, and then we spent the rest of the night hanging out, having some beers, hanging out in the trailer, and then we're gonna do it all again tomorrow. As always, thanks for tuning in and watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd really like to thank you all for the support you show the channel, and if you'd like to follow along on social media, then you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, as well as TikTok. You can help support the channel in other ways by checking out the Shopify store and getting yourself some cool Team AJP swag, or finding us on Patreon. Ride safe out there, and we'll see you in the next video.